Good morning and welcome to another huge bucket list park. I've been looking forward to this one for quite a while, and there's two reasons why I've wanted to come here to Six Flags Great Adventure, and that is Kingda Ka, the tallest roller coaster in the world. Really looking forward to giving it a try. We've just pulled up, as you may have seen in the travel vlog. Yeah, it's been testing, and yeah, we're looking good weather-wise and everything today, which is great. The park dates back to 1974, and there's actually 13 different roller coasters here. So yeah, 13, it's not quite as many as what we've had at some of the other parks to get in, so I'm feeling quite positive. Park hours are 10:30 until 10, but obviously the big priorities are getting on Kingda Ka and my second most anticipated ride here, which is Toro, one of the most, well, apparently one of the best wooden roller coasters in the world. Of course, everyone's got different opinions on these rides. I know a lot of people are looking forward to hearing our thoughts today on them two rides. However, we can't forget there's 11 other coasters. There's a huge safari here that I'm hoping we do get the chance to check out. And yeah, loads of other rides as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Not really too sure in terms of Kingda Ka how it's going to ride. I mean, a lot of people have said don't even bother trying the other rows, just get on the front row, because as you go further back it's quite rattly. In terms of Toro, people have said that it's got that much airtime that your bum's going to be out the seat throughout the whole ride. But you hear all these things, but until you're actually on the ride and sitting in the seat, you don't know how it feels, do you?
It's true. That's very true. And you mentioned before about coming into the park this morning, seeing a lot of the rides tested. If anything, Six Flags as a company have been very testing this whole time we've been here.
It's been a letdown, Six Flags, for
Today's the day we want Six Flags to deliver. And you know, we've got two parks left, this one, and of course, as you mentioned, Six Flags New England. But you know, this is the one that I think Sean and I have been waiting for the most because of the two standout coasters,
massive standout rides here. So we're going to make our way down to the entrance. We made it just in time for opening and rope drop, so we should be able to get straight over to Kingda Ka. I've heard the line just get very busy because a few years back they added some drop towers onto there, and basically they can't run both of them at the same time. Bit of a stupid idea in my opinion, attaching drop towers onto your signature roller coaster, but yeah, we'll check it all out when we get over there. In terms of filming here, obviously we can't film on ride like most of the parks this trip. However, I've actually heard it's quite hard to get off-ride shots of some of the rides here, just because of how big the park is and all in the trees and things. So yeah, we'll sort of go with the flow. Of course, no matter what though, you're going to get our thoughts and first reactions to all of these rides. And yeah, I must say the entrance area here is very nice. So we've got our season passes, we'll get into the park, and welcome to Six Flags Great Adventure. Right then, so we're inside the park. Some very questionable entrance operations there. Bear in mind, I've spent 7 years working on turnstiles at Alton Towers.
You never said that
I think
before.
I think I know a bit about turnstile operation. It was a bit slow there. However, you know, we're in the park. It's very busy today.
We got a personalised greeting on the way in as well.
We did.
Sean, have a great day.
Yeah.
Have a great day, Alex. Thanks, Six Flags. I'm sure I won't. I mean, Will, sorry.
I mean, we've got to go in here with open thoughts, haven't we? We can't sort of, you know...
We're going to start with the drop tower, the sky ride.
No, definitely not. I mean, that's running a lot of gondolas, that is up there. Good to see they're putting enough gondolas on for the capacity.
Main Street Pub, that's what I'll be going for.
I don't really have a clue where we're going, other than it's somewhere over here. So we'll just sort of follow the path and we'll just look for a huge Intamin strata coaster somewhere down this way. Oh my God. And there she is, Kingda Ka. Wow, standing majestically on the skyline here at Six Flags Great Adventure at 456 feet. The tallest roller coaster in the world at the moment. How long, I don't know. It's had that title for a long time, so here we go. Is a park going to top it at any point? I mean, how far can these things be pushed? That's what I want to know. But look at the size of it, it is huge. And seeing Top Thrill Dragster and Kingda Ka in the same trip, there is a noticeable difference between the two. I mean, you look at that, that is absolutely huge.
Big line is forming.
Here we go, all the entrance is literally just here. But yeah, I can see what people mean in terms of you can't really see the launch or anything. It's all very hidden in the trees out the back there. Still be able to get some great shots of it though. Toro's going up over there. And that's the entrance to Zumanjaro Drop of Doom, which is the drop towers on the side there, the 3 drop towers. Here we go, so we've got to put all bags in the lockers. Paid locker service again, welcome back to Six Flags. Here we go. Oh, it's $1 locker fee. Let's say they do a day one here, or might be best just paying for a ride. Oh, it's down, I think. It's closed. Oh no. Everyone's walking off. Kingda's down by the looks of it. Surely not after all this hype. That's what we were saying when we come in though. You can't always. Oh no. Let's have a look. So the staff members just explain what's going on. So Kingda Ka is absolutely fine, there's nothing wrong with it. However, the drop tower on the side is having some sort of technical issues and maintenance are up there fixing it. And because that's attached to the tower, they're not allowed to send Kingda Ka. So I can understand that. I mean, me personally, I do think it's a bit of a bad design anyway. As I was saying, walking down, like, I don't agree with the drop towers being on the side really. I do think it looks a bit ugly, it's took away from the ride quite a bit. However, me and Alex have made the decision, we've got a locker, and we're gonna wait and see what happens here. Toro is going round. It looks very slow though, round at the end, quite sluggish here, so I want to wait for that to warm up a little bit really. Obviously with an intimate accelerator like this, they're warmed up from the start, aren't they? I want to make sure that when we go on Toro, it's running with a bit more speed. So yeah, let's just see what happens with this one. We're gonna put our stuff in the locker and just wait a little bit. Let's see. So we might have waited a very long time there, about an hour and a half, but it was well worth it. We've had our front row ride on Kingda Ka, the tallest roller coaster in the world. And did it disappoint? No, it certainly didn't. That was absolutely brilliant, world class. You can really feel the difference with the intensity there compared to Top Thrill Dragster, in my opinion anyway. I'm not too sure if you felt so.
Yeah, definitely. I've only done one ride on each, but definitely I see what you mean.
Yeah, like you can really feel that intensity so much more, and the launch as well. It just really felt like the launch just kept on going. You don't feel that initial acceleration as much.
It's quite slow to start.
It's a bit of a slow starter, but as it gets going down that launch track, it really just gets going and going.
Here's the streaming before you even made the beginning of the top hat.
One of the most intense ride moments I've ever had at the bottom of that launch just before going up the tower itself. I thought it was incredible on the front row. There was no rattle, no jolt or anything. I've heard towards the back and even other rows, a couple back from the front, it is considerably rougher, and we'll definitely have to go on there later on again. But yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. Wonderful coaster. I do prefer Top Thrill Dragster because of the lap bars, the initial acceleration and the look of it as well. However, this is certainly a more intense ride than Top Thrill Dragster in my opinion.
And the height of it as well.
Yeah.
Pretty menacing. When you're at the top of that top hat, literally right up there, right behind there, it's there. It is crazy. You're looking straight down at the ground. Oh my goodness, tears are rolling down.
It actually goes over the top hat quite fast as well. It doesn't like crawl over.
It looks gradual from the ground, but when you're up there,
yeah, it takes it quite with some speed. But obviously you don't really get to appreciate the height that much, do you really, when you're on the coaster? But you do when you go on Zumanjaro, Drop of Doom, which is the world's tallest drop tower that is unfortunately fastened onto the side. I mean, in my opinion, I think it looks really ugly having the drop towers on there. Beanball Worldwide, having the 3 drop towers on there, I don't think it looks that good having them on there. And also, it's really slowing down the throughputs. You might be thinking, whilst we filmed this whole clip, Kingda Ka's not gone down. There's a reason for that. Zumanjaro actually just got stuck at the top, meaning that Kingda Ka had to completely evacuate. They've had to reverse the trains back into the station, get them off. So that is an issue. In terms of the drop ride, really builds that anticipation. Bear in mind, you're going up like over 400 feet in the air on a drop tower, like really slowly.
And when you think you're near the top, you're only halfway there.
Yeah, like it just kept on going. And then of course, the drop itself, which was really, really forceless. Tame. It was really tame, wasn't it? The view was incredible. If you're scared of heights, then yeah, you're gonna be a bit scared on that. However, the actual force of that was quite poor, wasn't it? I've had more force on like a 60-foot tall like Fabry tower.
More fun on force on the Tower of Terror, to be honest.
Yeah, oh yeah, you get a lot of force on Tower of Terror compared to that. But we did it. We've done them 2 rides. I mean, we waited. It was walk on for Zumanjaro.
About an hour
and a half for Kingda.
But it was worth it to get on there.
It was.
We've done it now. It's got about an hour and 40-minute wait at this moment. So, you know, to be waiting, standing still, not moving in the shade as well. We did pretty good.
It really teased us, that ride, because we actually got in the seat. And then, because Zumanjaro was having issues, we had to be evacuated from it as well, from the front row. So we was ready to launch, and then we were back out, and then we sat in the seat, and then we finally got our ride. So
I mean, look at the size of that coaster, to be honest, and that is a long way away from where we're stood right now. It is a beast of a machine, and I can't believe that coaster's as tall as what it is, but it was a great ride nonetheless.
We've been on it, we've done it, and we've got them 2 iconic rides done on there. So yeah, brilliant roller coaster. Where it ranks in my top rides, it's not a top 10 because obviously I do prefer Dragster, but it's up there, probably a top 20 ride because of the intensity. One of the most intense rides, if not the most intense I've ever been on actually. It was a lot more forceful than what I was expecting. But anyway, talking of force and talking of awesome rides, there's a beast right next to it, another Intamin, our 3rd one of the day, and this is El Toro, and I'm looking forward to giving this a ride. It's an Intamin wooden coaster, but it was prefab, so it was all factory built and then sort of brought down in sections instead of all being sort of made on site, like cutting all the wood here and putting it all in. So I'm looking forward to riding this. Apparently it's an airtime machine, it's intense, it's a long ride, and I can't wait to give it a go. So we're going to head down there now towards El Toro. Here we go then. So we've arrived round at the entrance to El Toro. I tell you what, they had a good couple of years here with roller coasters from Intamin, with Kingda Ka in 2005, and then this just a year later in 2006. El Toro, look at that entrance sign there. Wow, look at this. Unfortunately, like most of the rides, we've got to get a paid locker, put our stuff in the locker, and then make our way round into the queue line. But look at this, I'm excited to ride. Looks like it's warmed up a bit now as well, which is good. Look at that, it's got some speed. So we'll put the stuff in the locker, and we'll see you when we come off, and I'll show you some off-ride footage from El Toro, or as it's known in English, the Bull. Okay then, so we've just come off El Toro for the first time, and I've got a bit of a smile on my face, and that's because I really enjoyed that coaster. I thought it was a fantastic layout, got some amazing airtime. You all right there?
I'm tripping over for you.
Postcard next time. But yeah, I thought that was excellent. Is it my favourite wooden coaster out there? No. However, I've come off that with exactly what I was expecting, to be honest. I listened to it. I thought it was really good action-packed ride. We were told by a lot of people, fans of the channel and friends of ours, and also Brett as well, who said, you've got to try it at the back, but the second row from the back, because you're not on a wheel seat then, it's a bit more comfortable. And I tell you what, we got some incredible airtime. That first drop was stunning, going over all them airtime hills. The turnaround section I found a bit weak, but then after that, a massive pop of airtime before going round and turning into the brake run. So yeah, I thought it was an excellent coaster. I've not come off disappointed. I've not come off like overhyped, like oh my god, you know, that thing was so overhyped. You know, I've come off and it's exactly what I was expecting. El Toro, a really good ride. Somewhere up there, not in my top maybe 30, but it's probably just out of that range. Really liked it. For me, with it being a prefab ride in terms of them building all different sections of it and putting it together off-site before shipping it over, for me, I would say that kind of takes away from it a little bit. I do prefer a wooden coaster that's been built from the ground up, on-site, not a prefab, and I do find them to be a little bit sort of, they feel a bit like a steel coaster with the train design and stuff on there. But I would definitely take that over a lot of wooden coasters what I've done this trip, and I'd also take it over some very similar rides. Balder at Liseberg, that's very similar, of course, and also Colossus, Kampf Giganten at Hyde Park as well. I would take it over both of those. But yeah, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Is it in my top maybe 3 woodies? I wouldn't say so, but it was a good ride. I really enjoyed it.
I completely agree. I mean, I'll probably rank it a bit higher, but obviously I've done less coasters. Good fun, great airtime, amazing first drop, a lot of good bank turns, nothing felt a little bit boring on there. Could have been a bit snappier, yes, but all round a great ride. I think I can see why people rave it so highly. Is it something for me to call a #1? Definitely not, but I appreciate that it's a good ride nonetheless.
Yeah, it was really good fun. Anyway, we've just been given by 2 fans of the channel, basically they're like season pass holders here, and they pay for an all-season fast track, it seems, and they've actually given us their fast tracks, which is so kind. I mean, you know me, I'm very much against paying for fast track. I don't really like it. However, they've gifted it to us, and with us actually having a bit of a delay to our day today because Alex lost his wallet basically.
I lost my wallet, so you're actually seeing us now 2 hours on top of when the last trips were on before El Toro, because yeah, it was taking so long to find my wallet.
It's a long story, but
I found it. It's at Lost and Found. I'm going to go collect it.
So we was feeling like we weren't going to get everything in coaster-wise today. But those guys have just come up to us, didn't even know about the wallet situation and everything, and have just said, oh, we're going to give you these so you can go on loads of rides throughout the day.
Say your line about what you need to do with your loose articles. Go on, give me the lecture.
Secure your loose articles.
All right.
Or just bring a bag and look after them walking around the park. That's the key. But he's got it back. He's lucky.
Where's my phone?
God.
Not again.
But yeah, so how kind is that? I mean, we wasn't going to turn that down. Getting some free fast tracks.
It's very kind of them.
Very nice of them.
You know, we've met a lot of great people on this trip. We go back through them all. One person I want to ask their opinion on about El Toro though is Brett. Brett, what? Oh, I forgot, he's not here anymore.
Not here.
But it feels like he is because he's been messaging me all day like, how was El Toro? How was El Toro? Brett, if you're watching, I enjoyed it, but you know, there are better rides out there.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's got the different thoughts and different opinions. But I just want to say a big thank you to them 2 guys who are big fans of the channel and for giving us those. It means we're going to get loads of stuff in now and really make the most this afternoon. So let's go and do some more rides. I want you all to guess the name of that ride over there and comment down below. Of course, we'll go on it later. It's a B&M invert, but just let me know what you think it is from us visiting various different Six Flags parks. Anyway, here we are then at Nitro, the 2001 B&M Hypercoaster. Really do like how the sign is parallel straight there down to the lift hill. Really nice. I tell you what, they do spend a fortune on lockers at these Six Flags parks. In my opinion, you really shouldn't have to pay for lockers, really. If they want you to put bags in, then it should be free service, like it was at Hershey Park and how it is at Universal. But here we go, let's go have a ride on Nitro. Love a good hypercoaster. So let's see how this one rides. And yeah, comment down below. What do you think this is going to be called, this invert? Right then, so we just did Nitro, and then following that came over and did Skull Mountain with this beautiful facade behind me. But first Nitro, the B&M Hypercoaster from 2001. That was really good. One of the best hypers that we've done the trip, actually. I must say, some brilliant views from on there. That was great. So, climbing up that lift hill, looking over to the left especially. Some wonderful scenery all around this park. And you really get to see the scale of it and how big this place really is. Yeah, it was stunning. Going down that first drop, really good airtime on the back row of the train. And then up into a turnaround section to the left before numerous different airtime moments. The good thing with that ride is that it did have a trim, however you could hardly feel it activate at all. Really nicely designed ride. Obviously when B&M did it, and they made sure that they just got it right really. It wasn't too fast, not too slow, just perfect over the airtime hills, which meant I got some really good floater and ejector airtime on some of the different elements on there, making it a really good solid hypercoaster. The views are great around there. It was on 3-train operation. I was just really impressed with that. I thought it was a really good ride. Following on from that then, came down to do Skull Mountain, which is a 1996 Intamin family coaster. And this is a bit of a famous one for me because I used to play a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, as I mentioned a lot in the videos. and this is actually in RCT. If you load up the game, you've got the skull on there, all the waterfall, all the rock work, that is all part of it. And I said to Alex before we went on, expect like loads of corners and helixes in there if it's anything like in the game. And it was, I mean, in terms of theming in there was nothing special. There was like one skull, a few lighting effects, some real questionable audio. But in general, it's an indoor coaster. It's something that I think more of these parks need some more indoor attractions, because they just haven't really got much indoors. And when the storms do come in, like they do as we've seen on this trip, the weather's so unpredictable over here, it means that there's stuff for people to do inside. Here you've got Vekoma Madhouse, obviously you've got this, and a couple of other indoor attractions, and that's what more of these parks definitely need. Of course you've got Battle for Metropolis here somewhere as well. We've done a few of those at the other Six Flags parks. But yeah, it was not a bad coaster. That could be made an even better experience really if they spent a bit more money on it, because you start outdoors and come through the little area here where you can see a gap in the rock work before climbing up that lift hill. A few drops, helixes, quite a short ride, but at least it's something indoors. But yeah, I must say it's quite a nice park this in terms of the layout. I wouldn't say operations are that good, and you know, but in terms of the layout of the park and things, it's quite nice. It's got quite a nice feel to it. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. Here's Alex down here.
Is that Moki or Nitro?
Nitro?
Nitro was great. I really enjoyed Nitro.
Yeah.
Fun coaster, lots of airtime, incredible views from the top of the lift hill. And probably one of the stronger hyper coasters we've had on the trip thus far, I think, I'd say.
I'd say that as well. We've done a lot of hypers as well, so.
A lot, and then there was, what was this one called? Skull Mountain.
Skull Mountain.
And it was tragic. Really bad.
Tragic Mountain.
Tragic Mountain. Oh my god.
Six Flags Tragic Mountain.
Yeah. Every Six Flags is a tragedy. But this one, it didn't really have anything to it. We thought we were in a warehouse, turns out we were. Theming, there was 2 theming props in the whole ride that looked very impressive for what they were. But one like was a skull and the other one was like a totem pole. The facade is the highlight of the ride for me. I think that's 10 times better than the ride experience.
the best part is the facade.
The facade, which is just show people. And yeah, I'm glad to say that will not be on the re-ride list for later on this evening.
It won't. I mean, that's if we get much time for re-rides. I mean, we've got to do Kingda Ka again tonight, but we're going to try and do this safari. I mean, we've managed to book on for 60 minutes from now, so an hour from now.
It's weird seeing you with a watch on, to be honest.
Oh, no, I hate wearing things like on my wrist. I don't really like any accessories and stuff. I'm a bit funny with that.
Yeah, belly bar out, don't you?
I do, yeah, earrings and stuff. But yeah, we thought we're going to have to, I know we've still got a lot of coasters to do. We're probably not going to get them all in, but there's quite a few cloned rides here, like the Flying Coaster, Joker, Batman the Ride. You know, that's 3 of coasters that we've already done this trip at the park. So I'm hoping to get them to do the credits and get them tonight. But we want to do this safari, so we're going to do that in about an hour. In the meantime, going to try and do maybe another family coaster. I think there's like an Arrow Mine Train somewhere. Try and get that in, do that in the main queue, get another credit. And then we're going to do the safari, which is around a 45-minute experience. We can't come to this park and not try out the safari. I feel like it'll be a big part of it. It actually used to be a drive-through safari, believe it or not. I was told actually by Gene and Larry, that I think it was, who joined us earlier in the trip. You used to be able to bring your car in, drive around the safari. But there you go, another couple of coasters done. Can't really get much footage of both of them really. The Hyper's way out there in the trees. And obviously Skull Mountain's indoors, and with you not being able to take bags or anything with you into queue lines, it's a bit rubbish for vloggers like me. You can't film on ride. At this park, you struggle to film off ride. So you're getting our reviews, capturing a bit of the park atmosphere, and yeah, let's go and find another ride to do. Absolutely wonderful around here. Look at the size of this lake, all the trees around the back. What a stunning location for a theme park. I've just done a little junior coaster, Zero Tivoli, that opened in 1999, all themed around Harley Quinn now. However, before it was themed to something different, and a couple of years back they did some upgrades to it. Alex has gone to have a bit of a chill out and just sit in the air conditioning for a bit. He's really struggling now, and obviously there's only a couple of days left of the trip. But yeah, he's struggling with the heat and his feet are hurting, and I don't blame him. He's having a bit of a chill out. Now I'm going to continue going round and hopefully getting some more rides in. Still got a lot of coasters to ride here today. It's now just gone 5 o'clock, so time is ticking on. Obviously we had the issue with Alex and his wallet earlier on. We had the issue with Kingda Ka this morning. We've lost a lot of time at this part today. It is probably going to be one of the shorter vlogs from the trip. But you know what? Throughout this whole trip, I'm really pleased to say that you've seen everything that has happened 100%, good or bad. You've seen it all, and that's what I wanted to do with this trip. Really make sure that you got to join us for the whole experience and us going on this American dream and experiencing it all. And you know what? I've really enjoyed everything that we've seen and done, and just the fact that, yeah, things haven't always gone to plan. However, we've got to all the different parks, and fingers crossed we're going to get to our last 2 and it's all going to go to plan. But you know what? People said that you're not going to be able to do it in the time frame that you're doing. You're not going to be able to visit all these parks day after each other. Well, we've done it. You know what? I'm really proud of that. You know, and I just want to thank everyone who we've seen along the way for all their support. Yeah, done what? 5 roller coasters today out of 13. There is still a chance. But yeah, I was hoping to do this safari. However, it's now saying delayed on here. So another little bit that's holding me back really today, which is a shame. I really wanted to go and see it. Obviously I could cancel this off and go and do about 3 or 4 coasters in an hour probably, because I know the B&M coasters, like the wait times on here are like 7 to 10 minutes, so not too bad at all. So I need to make a decision really. Do I wait for the safari and hope that it's going to reopen after this delay, or do I cancel that off and go and do some more coasters? Got loads more to try out, some B&M coasters as well that I don't want to miss. So yeah, I've got to make a decision pretty shortly what I want to do with this one. Alex will be back later, just going to have a chill out, and yeah, I'm sure he'll feel better after a bit of a rest and get out the sun a little bit. Welcome to the Runaway Mine Train. I'm loving this area of the park around here, especially with the water and Toro and Kingda Ka over in the background. Very nice. This is the cable car station just up here. Again, something else I'd like to do at this park, but don't know if we're going to get a chance to do it or not. So what I'm going to do, because this is still delayed, I'm not going to cancel it just yet. I'm going to go and queue for this 1974 Arrow mine train called the Runaway Mine Train, because the queue is literally just up here by the looks of it and straight into the station. So I thought I'm going to do this, and then by the time I come off, maybe the safari might be opening again, or I can make a bit of a decision what I want to do. And then if the safari maybe isn't open, I'll cancel that off and go and do one of the B&M coasters just down here. I think it's Bizarro. So yeah, I'll put some off-ride footage in from this Arrow Mine Train. So I've just come off the Runaway Mine Train. Hey! Love it. And you can guess what I'm going on next. I'm going on safari, and I'm really lucky here. I've just managed to get onto this Safari Off-Road Adventures. So like I said earlier on, there used to be a full drive-through safari here. You could bring your car in. Then that closed in like 2012. Then in 2013 they opened the Safari Off-Road Adventures, which is like a 45-minute experience. I mean, that's what people say. It takes you around and you get to see all the different animals. I mean, I'm not too sure if that's over-exaggerated or not, but we're about to find out. Yeah, really looking forward to it. With this, it does close a lot earlier. In fact, it shut 45 minutes ago. This actually messed up. But so luckily, I managed to speak to them at the entrance, and they let me come in just about. I thought they wasn't going to allow it. I said, oh, I've been waiting over an hour on this, which I have been, you know, because we reserved the spot. So here we go, I'm going to go on the safari. Unfortunately, Alex has missed out on this one. It sort of had to be one of them things where you had to be here and I'm going to be on one of the last trucks of the day because I'm right near the back of the queue, so a bit of a shame about that. By the time we got down here, that would have been it. So if you are coming here, get on this early. But here we go, just going to wait to get down to the truck. Let's go on safari here at Six Flags Great Adventure.
You're going to see one of my colleagues and coworkers at Game Cards. He says he called in and show some love, guys. Show some love. So guys, bro, what's going down over here? You guys, we have the real guy up under that tree right there. And in the back, we have the blue guy. That's where it's probably sheep. And then we have the remote black bag. And then of course we have the yak in the bag. You guys saw what I did there, yak in the bag. So you guys see these little birds? Those little guys are called the ringer. The ringers from South America. And they were little ostriches, passerelles, emus. What's up, man?
Hello there.
35 miles an hour. And they're going anywhere from 35 to 40 pounds. No, 35 to 50 pounds.
Wow.
Have you guys ever been in the back in the day? You would drive, do the safari back in the good old days. You guys remember the good old days? I miss the good old days. I'm from Jackson, guys are 10 minutes away. I used to come here every day as a kid. So guys, we do have one animal that's been here since the very beginning of the safari, guys. Oh, this female out there is 61 years old.
Here we go then, here's the elephants.
Females go test. Male tests tend to grow around 10 feet long. Females tend to grow around 8 feet long. These guys can take us almost 6
They are loving that sunshine.
These guys are huge.
Wow.
And they're beautiful. So guys, they can live about 80 years. And what determines the lifespan of the African elephant is its teeth. We have to like them to grow 6 sets of molars. And when that last set falls, guys, when they pass away due to malnutrition. But guys, right now the biggest threat to the African elephant is the ivory trade. I'm gonna pause that real quick. I say, but there are millions of little bit of hearing. They can turn those ears 295 degrees. That's why that horn is not made up of ivory, it's made of keratin. The same stuff that makes it by your fingerprint. And those red guys on that right hand side. What's up, bud? Nobody's gonna bother you. As well, guys. There's a water buffalo. Guys, show some love to our waters, guys. On the left hand side. Show some love. So that's the Asian water buffalo, right? These guys are a beast of bird, and they're domesticated all throughout the United States, and you're right in Antarctica, and they're used on farms. They can carry around 600 pounds on their back. You're gonna see the beast of oryx. These guys come from the sub-Saharan region of Africa. So guys, the beast of oryx has one very special adaptation where they can heat their body up to 160 degrees. So guys, if our giraffe decide to venture on over, just please remember we're not allowed to touch them. Right now, the particular giraffe is undergoing a silent extinction due to deforestation and trophy hunting. Some of you guys notice how they walk, they're going left legs, right legs, left legs, right legs. It's called a parallel gait because if they walk how we walk, they shall trip. That's where they have the same amount of vertebrae in their neck as we do. Things are just longer separated by different distances of cartilage. See George, the white peacock on the left hand side. He's resistant as well. That's what guys, this is a beautiful conservation story. When the scimitar horned oryx was able to extinct back in 2000. So guys, with conservation efforts back in 2016, we reached a population of 25. Come on, coach, you guys are clocking us up. Come on.
That's quite a cool system. The area at the top there is known as Canva Ventura, and it's a little stopping point halfway where you can actually get off there if you want to. And there's just some little areas to walk around in the middle. Hello. Oh, how cute, a little baby. Yeah, so you got all this area here where you can just have a walk around. There's probably some toilets as well. And that was about, what, 25 minutes into it. So, yeah, really good idea putting that in. And off we go on the second part.
website or I can recommend videos of photos. It's the one place there's huge lines without a barrier in between us.
There's the lions over there.
Guys, the African lion today is a vulnerable species. Their biggest threat is us. Right now they're numbering around 30,000 in the wild, guys. So their biggest threat is deforestation, farmer animal conflict, and trophy hunting. Oh, how to get up there? Look around, you can see the little bridge right there, so we're going to walk right up. We're saying to make and jump up there.
I must say the area that this covers is absolutely huge. Incredible. So here we are in Black Bear Ridge. And you can see them walking down the bottom just here. This shows how far out we are from the theme park. Look how far Kingda Ka is in the distance. Look at that. All the way over there.
So they're not big enough to be on their own. They're big enough to be with our moms. They really are mingling around with each other, playing, growing up. The black bears are weighing around 250 to 500 pounds. Bears, well, they come in 4 different colors: black, brown, cinnamon, and cystic.
And here's the black bears.
That's a good look at these bears, right? These bears are a lot smaller than the next bear on our list of cities.
Next over here, then we got the brown bears.
Because they're larger size guys, they prefer protein. It's a better source of energy. Our bears here at Six Flags don't need a high rate because they're offering food all year round. But under our circumstances, they will sleep through the harsh times.
Here we've got some kangaroos.
Here goes the rest of our mob on their left.
Look at them all, loads. All just chilling out in the sunshine. Or in the shade. Oh, look at that one.
The female Siberian tiger, and so is going to be the African lioness. Both of these guys were born here 3.5 years ago here at Six Flags, new-time moms. And it was sad because mom rejected them both. So our best staff took them in our own care, guys. We bottle fed them, got them nice and big, and introduced them to each other at a very young age to get their social skills up. And here they are 3.5 years later, best friends.
Bye.
This is what we do off our VIP tours. The VIP tours are 3 hours long, and it's all exclusive and arranged. We'll be doing your family. You're out there, guys. Not close to personal and the video corner with your video.
Some people told me that there was a 45-minute safari here at Six Flags Great Adventure. I thought they were maybe over-exaggerating a little bit. People really aren't. That was dead on 45 minutes, and that was really nicely put together. And he just kept moving. I mean, we didn't really stop much along the way, which is a bit more difficult to take photos and get video footage. But I tell you what, that whole area out the back there is huge. It really is. It covers so much land. The animals have got loads of space out there. So many different species on offer to see as you're going all around the safari. The guy on there was brilliant, giving you all the information. Don't really know how well it picked up in terms of the audio of what he was saying on the camera. But of course on there it always sounds a lot better than it does coming back through the camera. But yeah, that was really, really good. I mean, it was like double the length of Kilimanjaro safaris over at Animal Kingdom. I'd say I prefer Kilimanjaro for how it's designed and the overall feel of it. However, that's one of the best animal experiences I've ever seen in a theme park. Really good, and the fact it's included in the entry, they could have an upcharge for that and people would pay it and not be disappointed. Really glad that I got to do it. Big gutted Alex didn't get to see it really. I've just spoke to him, and yeah, he's still not feeling great. He's chilling out in the air conditioning down near the entrance. Well, there you go. There's over 3 hours left of my day here. Still got quite a few coasters to get in. So the plan is now to really try my best and hit out as many of these coasters as I can. I've just reserved Bizarro whilst I was on there, and I'm ready to ride now. So I'm going to head over there. Once again, I just want to say a big thank you to the fans of the channel today who gave us this. Like, very, very kind of them. Because today is a day where we needed fast track. It's the one day of the trip where we wouldn't have been able to do this part without it. And you know me, I don't like using fast track, I don't like paying for it. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to them for making sure we got everything in today. It's really, really kind of them. And as much as I'm not a big fan of fast track at parks, I do prefer the likes of Europa Park, where Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube, check it out, where it's obviously there's no fast track. But you know, it's very, very kind of them to offer it for us today. It will be on YouTube, make sure you check it out, Theme Park Worldwide. But anyway, up next then, it's over to Bizarro to go and get that in. He was like following me all up the path then. I was like, but yeah, so the sun's starting to set. Let's try and get some coasters in. This park really is huge, and going on that safari really gives you an idea on the scale of this place. It's absolutely massive. Anyway, let's go on Bizarro. This opened here in 1999. Used to actually be known as Medusa, and that's what I know it as from Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Of course, all those Six Flags parks were put into Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's why I keep referencing them in quite a few of these vlogs. But yeah, so it used to be known as Medusa, got renamed quite a few years back now and all repainted and stuff. And yeah, it looks quite nice with the entrance here. Do like how we go in under the elements of the ride. I always like it where you can walk underneath the coasters, not just because I do YouTube videos and it's better to film them, but just in general I think it really builds up the anticipation. I've just noticed a fire effect over there as well, and yeah, that looks awesome. It's got that proper B&M roar, this one. Features 7 different inversions, and this was actually the first of the flawless coaster models. So there you go, a bit of information for you. Let's head round this way, go and have a ride. I assume I've got to pay another $1 for a locker. I'd imagine so. Six Flags, isn't it? Have a Six Flags day. And there's the lockers. Let's go on Bizarro. Bizarro there, really nice B&M flawless coaster, very smooth. It's always nice to have an end seat towards the back so you can really appreciate the different elements on that ride. I really enjoyed it, made even better by those fire effects. I mean, there was 2 fireballs at either side. You saw a little bit of footage of them. I mean, I really couldn't get that close, to be honest. That's the worst thing with these parks, having to put your bags like in the lockers and stuff. It means that you can't really take them on the queue line. Well, you just can't take them in the queues at all and get like footage and things of off-ride that I'd normally do whilst I'm waiting for the coaster. So yeah, it's a shame really. But yeah, in terms of the ride, very good. Some nice near-miss elements as well. A couple of like mist areas that you went through, especially on the corkscrews at the end. There was a really nice near-miss element with like mist spraying down onto the train. So I really enjoyed that. But anyway, onwards and upwards, I've got Superman reserved, another B&M coaster. This is a flyer. We already did this coaster at another one of the Six Flags parks, but of course it's another credit to get here. I've got it reserved. I've got 19 minutes to get over there, so I'll probably get a bit of off-ride footage, and then of course head on to the ride and let you know my thoughts on that. After I've done that, the plan is to do another B&M, this time a stand-up, and that's Green Lantern. We've got to go over to, I asked you to comment down below earlier, it's Batman the Ride. We've got to go over there and do that as well. I mean, come on, you all guessed it by now. And yeah, what a lovely evening. I mean, the sun's starting to go down. Really hoping if I can get more of these coasters done, get another ride on El Toro, and of course, definitely going to be ending the night, no matter what, with another ride on Kingda Ka. I must say a lot of the parks that we've done on this trip have really got a good variety of rides. I mean, always good to see a nice Huss top spin, even if it has got horrible sponsorship for Twix all over it. You got right Twix over there and left Twix on this side. Obviously that's their marketing campaign, isn't it? Like, which one do you have first and which one do you prefer? But yeah, that's quite funny, isn't it? Also here, they actually used to have one of these parachute drop rides at Drayton Manor back in the UK. But yeah, it looks like it's actually closed. I mean, I did see some people on it earlier on, but yeah, I mean, that all looks shut down unless there's just nobody there. If so, I'll go on it, but I don't know, the lady's just sat over there. It looks a bit closed, and with the park being busy, I'm sure it'd have a queue if it was open. But yeah, lots of variety of rides. I mean, there's also a very unique flat ride that I'm going to do later on, and I think Alex really wants to do it, so we'll see if he comes down and does that later. Just spoke to him again, he's just chilled out, he's not asleep or anything, he's just having a rest. But here we go, it's time to ride Superman Ultimate Flight, this wonderful B&M flying coaster. You know me, I'm not a big fan of flyers, mainly due to how the restraints are. Oh, Green Lantern stopped on the lift hill over there. Oh dear. But I do like how you got two big B&M coasters here, right next to each other. So that's quite cool. So yeah, I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to get a time reserved for Green Lantern, and hopefully, oh, they had a running up the lift hill there, look. Are they even strapped on? Blimey. Doesn't even look like they're fastened on. But there you go. Yeah, the sun's starting to set. Really, really nice evening. So let's go for a ride on Superman Ultimate Flights. I said this when we was at Six Flags over Georgia, but Superman Ultimate Flight, much better than it looks off-ride. In terms of the layout on there, I do quite enjoy it. It's got two inversions, that presser loop's really good on there as well, and yeah, just overall a good coaster. Exactly the same as the one at Six Flags over Georgia, however this opened 1 year later in 2003, and also as well, it doesn't look quite as pretty as that one there. That's sort of raised up a little bit, and it's got some rocks and stuff around it, and they create a nice near miss, whereas this one, it sort of just plonks down on a plot of land. Well, there you go, been on it, got the credit, and yeah, I've got Green Lantern coming up in 12 minutes, so just thought I'd stand around here, get a few off-ride shots. It's going to get a bit noisy now, because Green Lantern is about to come behind me, but I've got a bit of a fascinating fact for you about this one, and a reason why the track here is yellow, and then it changes to green right there. Noisy, I love it. I'll move a bit further down this way. So yes, this ride actually used to be located at Kentucky Kingdom, because that park had so much history. I was really hoping to get to Kentucky as part of this trip. However, unfortunately, we just didn't have the time to put it into the itinerary. You know, we never had it planned for this trip. From the off, unfortunately. However, next time we come to the States and do a road trip, I would definitely like to get it in there. But yes, in terms of the coaster, it used to be known as Shang, and it's a B&M stand-up coaster, and then it got relocated here and opened in 2011. Looks like a really good layout, but that's the reason why the colour's different here, because it used to be Shang, and that was the colour of the track. It was yellow, and they just kept it for like part of the drop and into the loop there, and of course the rest of it got repainted green. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it, what happened at Kentucky Kingdom. However, it's great that Ed Hart and the team brought that park back to life. It's got a fascinating history, and I really hope to get there in the near future and see it all. But yeah, it's good how at least the coaster's been saved. It didn't get scrapped, and when Six Flags closed down the park, they moved the coaster to here. Of course, Kentucky Kingdom now operates independently away from the Six Flags chain. But yeah, it looks like quite a good stand-up coaster, this actually. I really like how you can walk underneath it, and I'll be able to get some really nice shots of it in action. So anyway, I'm going to go and put my bag in the locker, and yeah, let's go and have a little ride on Green Lantern. So enjoy Green Lantern there, a very solid stand-up coaster, 5 inversions all packed in to a very long layout actually. And it was also very forceful, quite an intense ride. You know me, I like my intense rides, but I also like them smooth, and that was really good. Offered some nice views over towards Kingda Ka and the beautiful surrounding area as well, which is really good. But yeah, enjoyed that. And then it's over to the Joker next. This is another one of these S&S free spins. We've done a few of these on the trip. They're actually quite good, so I'm looking forward to getting on the Joker. And I'm not on my own for this one. The main man himself, I don't know, oh no, he's not here. Oh, he's here, he's back. He's hobbling along, he's not giving up. 2 days, Alex, 2 days. 2 days left, come on, we can do it. But yeah, this opened here in 2016. Spinny rounds, yeah, here we go. It's called the Joker. I do like the green and purple track design on this though. It just looks great, doesn't it? Nice ride to take photos of and get some footage of. And here we go, we've got our little band, so let's go on. The Joker. I would say that's probably the most intense one of those that we've been on this trip. Bear in mind, before we came out here on this USA road trip, we hadn't done one of those at all. But yeah, Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube, check it out. We hadn't actually done one. We've done quite a few this trip. I'd probably say that was the most intense one actually. We got a really good like double flip round, and it was great. How did that make you feel, Alex, after having to sit down for a couple of hours, then going on a very intense ride?
Slightly dizzy.
Slightly. Well, we're gonna tone it down a bit now.
Oh, thank God.
Because I've only actually got like a few more coasters to go on. There's a junior coaster. There's an I think it's indoors, a Mack Ride Wild Mouse that we're going on called Dark Knight, which is somewhere around here, I believe. And then after that, I've just got to do Batman the Ride.
Which one?
This one, Batman the Ride. It's an invert here.
Oh, really?
It is an invert at this park. So yeah, we're looking for Dark Knight. Kind of expecting it somewhere around this area. Don't really know, I've not really seen it all day, but the signs are pointing this way.
And if we get time, we need to go on Harley Quinn Spin Sanity.
Harley Quinn, is that what it is here, is it?
Harley Quinn Spin Sanity.
I thought it was called Cyborg or whatever here.
No, I think it's Harley Quinn Spin Sanity.
It is Harley Quinn Spin Sanity.
As far as I'm aware.
There you go, I don't
Tell
know.
you what, whoever's wrong, I don't know, pays for lunch.
Because Harley Quinn is the little kids coaster, isn't it?
That is Harley Quinn, but this is Harley Quinn Spin
There's two
Sanity.
Harley, all right, okay. I don't know.
She's a 2-in-1 bowl, 2-in-1.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I mean, I've not even seen the ride yet. You've seen it though, haven't you, yesterday?
Yeah, the trees over there.
I look forward to getting on that. Get these coasters done. Try and find Dark Knight somewhere around here, I don't know. Right then, so just come off Dark Knight, and that was really, really good. Like, that was one of my favourite rides at the park.
Completely agree with that.
I really enjoyed that. It was a themed experience. So we went in, like a proper pre-show area with a screen and lots of other theming around. And then the lighting all flashed and changed. And yeah, then the doors opened, went up to the station. And yeah, you're sitting in some really nice themed cars. And with it all being indoors, there was a lot of like nice lighting, special effects along the side. It kind of looks like some of the stuff in there maybe wasn't working. However, what was really nice was there was like all skyscraper like buildings and stuff at the side.
A lot of big set pieces in there.
Yeah, quite a lot going on, some good sound effects. Standard layout at Mack Ride's Wild Mouse. So it started off going around the corners and really building up before any drops. But that really made it, to be honest. And then you had a nice distraction at the side, down into the drop with the head chopper. And then, yeah, a really good jump scare at the end, which was just like a horn going off. It was brilliant. I mean, you could hear it throughout the ride, so you knew it was coming somewhere. But yeah, like, it was good.
A themed dark coaster. There's 2 coasters in the dark in this part. You've got Dull Mountain, as I'm going to know it as, over there.
Dull Mountain.
And then you've got the Dark Right, I think it should be known, because that's exactly right of what a coaster should be like indoors, I think. Bit of theming, bit of darkness, bit of atmosphere. Everything perfect. Really good, enjoyed that ride. Really,
so,
really good.
Got 2 more roller coasters to go on here.
2.
Batman the Ride, which we're heading to shortly.
And we can hear it running.
And we thought we'd come down and do a junior coaster just before that. However, unfortunately, this whole kids area has closed down the back.
Spiked!
It's open at the front. Oh, the bit of the back's closed, so a bit gutted. I mean, look at these kids here, they're all coming down. It's all closed, guys, nothing open down here. They all want this kids coaster, so did I. That would have been.
We all wanted to go on the rides and they're all closed down here.
I would have got every credit today. However, I think that is only the 6th coaster that I've missed this trip. which to be honest,
I think
isn't
it's
too bad.
6 where you've had no choice, 7 if you include 1 that we didn't have time to squeeze in at Canada's Wonderland. So that's pretty good going when you consider the amount of coasters that these parks have seen. A lot of these parks with 10, 15,
yeah.
you know, plus roller
We've done
coasters.
well. I'm not complaining at all. I mean, we could have been spited with some big rides, couldn't we, this trip? And yes, we missed 2 RMCs early on, but I was worried that theme was going to carry on, and it hasn't. We missed mainly junior coasters, so I'm quite happy with that. But anyway, we're going to do Batman the Ride. I mean, we've never done one of these before, have we? Like, really excited for Batman the Ride. There's definitely not loads of them everywhere across the chain.
Not at all.
And Park Wall in Madrid, of course. But yes, we're going to do that, and then head over to Kingda Ka and do that as the last ride. I mean, we might have time to get El Toro in again, maybe. I'd like to. But yeah, shame we're going to miss a junior coaster. But at the end of the day, it's closed early.
It is what it is.
Happen.
We are what we are. This is, you know,
this is the big trip, and it's gone very well actually. You think about what we've done coaster-wise, we've done well. To only miss what 6 or 7 coasters, and most of them being small. I'm not complaining too bad.
I think it's good going, considering where we feel like energy-wise as well. You know, we thought that we might get to the point at the end of the trip where a little coaster closes, that we're going to start crying and be in tears. We're getting there, we're going to finish it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was going to be like skipping like coasters to do like other rides and stuff, but a lot of the parts we've done haven't really had loads in terms of dark rides and stuff. And yeah, I mean, there's a Vekoma Madhouse here, Houdini's Escape that I'd like to do, but you know, if we don't get time, I have actually done that one before, but I would like to do it, so maybe we'll do that on the way up to Kingda Ka. I've done it before at another park. But yeah, well, the sun's going down now. It's going to be a nice night ride on Kingda, and yeah, we'll see you after Batman the Ride. Then on Batman the Ride, another one of those. I've lost count, to be honest, of how many we've done this trip. 700, yeah, awesome. But there you go, we went on. The good layouts they are, to be honest. And you know, as much as I don't really like cloned rides normally, at least they're cloning something decent, unlike Vekoma with the SLC. So there we go. Anyway, we've got Wonder Woman here, another one of these that has actually previously opened, then it closed, then it opened, then it closed, now it's closed again.
Wonder Woman does not like us.
No, she doesn't, does she? I mean, I was hoping more for the single rail, you know, but oh well.
All I know is we've got a very, very sexy looking flat ride in the distance over there with
it looks nice, this does. I like the look of this. So, what's it called there? I don't know what it's called. I mean, I thought it was called Cyborgs Spin or something.
I thought it was Harley Quinn's Spin Sanity.
I mean, there's a few of them out there at different parks, so maybe one of us is getting them mixed up. I don't know, but very unique flat ride. Never done one of these before. And there's only a few out there. It's got a wonderful lighting package on there. To be honest, I'm not expecting it to be too intense. But yeah, we'll see what it's like and put a bit of footage in. Justice League over there, we've not had a chance to do this today, but you know, there's been like a Rapids here, a few other rides. I would have liked to have done the cable car, but you can't always get everything in.
Cyborg!
I've got all the, is it Cyborg? There we go, I thought it was. But there you go, we're getting it in. So we're going to go and do this, and then straight up to Kingda Ka for our last ride of the night. That's all we've got time for. But at least we got in all the coasters other than the junior. 12 coasters, plus 12, I'm happy with that. And yeah, you know, I'm sure we'll be back here in the future, not too far away from New York and with Manhattan and stuff, so I'm sure I'll be back at some point in the future. But yeah, let's go and give this a ride. Looks pretty quiet. Let's go on Cyber Spin. that was a little bit more intense than what I was expecting actually. From looking at it off-ride, I mean it's visually very impressive and it's a ride that people look at and they'll think, wow, all the lighting package and everything on there is great. It certainly makes you a bit more dizzy than what I thought you would on that. I mean, I'm used to doing a lot of intense flat rides. That wasn't particularly intense. It was more just very dizzy. You know, if you don't like spinning rides, then yeah, you wouldn't like that. But no, I enjoyed it. It was making some very questionable noises, as in the structure. It didn't sound structurally safe in my opinion, but obviously I'm no structural engineer, but it was making some very questionable noises on the cycle there. And at the end it just seemed to stop there and then we lowered down, kind of like they push it to the max and then when it reaches that point where it can't really do any more, it sort of lowers back down. Very, very weird, but nice ride, very smooth. I mean, it only sounded a bit dodgy. It actually rode really quite nicely. You're right there? It's all wide on YouTube. It actually rode quite nicely, so I don't know. Make your own decision on it if you come and ride it, but we've been on it, tried it, and yeah, something a bit different. Alex is just having a bit of a chill out now. He's going to miss out on Kingda Ka in the dark, unfortunately, because he's really, really tired, which is fair enough. I mean, that's been the theme today. He's sort of been here a little bit, then he's gone somewhere else and had a chill out. I don't blame him. I'm a bit tired too, but I've got that adrenaline to get on the world's tallest coaster again at night. So we're going to head up there, do Kingda Ka, and then we'll wrap up the day here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Right then, so just ended the night then with that nighttime ride on Kingda Ka, again on the front row. And blimey, it's really dark out there especially when you're on the front. There's no lighting at all other than right at the top where you got a few little lights just attached to the top of the structure. What a brilliant ride. I'd say you actually get more impact in the daytime because of the height and the view, but it's a brilliant nighttime ride and it's very, very intense. Like I said this morning, in terms of those Intamin coasters, they don't really warm up, so to speak, not an accelerator coaster like that. They're just, you know, consistent from the start of the day through to the end, really. I thought that was absolutely incredible. For me, definitely the highlight of this park. My favourite ride here, Kingda Ka, followed by El Toro. Really enjoyed that. I thought it was good, but for me, Kingda is the big standout for this park. In general, my thoughts on Six Flags Great Adventure, I think it is a nice park in terms of how it looks. The layout, it is a big park. You know, if you do come here, try out the safari. It does get long lines, but I'd probably wait maybe 50 minutes for that. I would say it's worth 50 minutes. I probably wouldn't wait for that more than 50 minutes personally. However, it depends really how much you enjoy animals, doesn't it? In terms of other coasters here at the park, really enjoyed the stand-up coaster. That was good fun. Green Lantern. I really think that the Flawless coaster, that was good fun. Bizarro. There's just some really nice solid rides here. It's got two big standouts. The rest of them are quite solid. A few bits I would have liked to have done today. Of course, Wonder Woman would have done that if it was open, but it's been closed. Would have probably done Justice League just to see what differences there were compared to the others if I had time. And just doing some more re-rides really. Like, there's a Rapids, there was the Log Flume. There's more to come back for in the future at this park. Don't know when I'll come back, but I certainly will do. Just looking over at Kingda Ka again, I mean, you can hardly see it over there. It's I'll spin you around, look at this. Like, look at that, it's so dark. All you can see just them few lights at the top and then just the height beacons on it. Like, that is crazy.
Admit, when I was looking out for you guys trying to finish up on that ride, sat out on the parking lot, I just could not see that coaster running.
I bet you thought it was so like dark. Closed or something.
I had no idea whether it was still running or not, and this was like 25 minutes ago when you guys are well and truly still in the park, clearly, but at the time I just could not tell. That park is so dark and there's only a few lights, but actually it's quite atmospheric. I quite like it.
And what are your thoughts in general? Favourite ride?
Favourite ride, Kingda Ka, hands down. El Toro was a bit of a disappointment for me. I was expecting a bit more than maybe what it actually was. I guess maybe sometimes, again, we've mentioned it before, we'll mention it again, you know, things do get hyped up. Things do get built up by people that you're going to absolutely love it. It's going to be the most amazing thing ever. And the problem is when you automatically hear those words, even if you try and tell yourself it's not the case, you still believe it and you get disappointed. Big surprises for me. I really enjoyed the Cyborg flat ride. I thought that was great.
Very different.
Certainly so glad I did it at night time as well with all that light on it. It made it look so much better. And interestingly, The Hyper Coaster and the Mack Wild Mouse were the two most memorable things for me today. The B&M Hyper
Nitro was incredible.
Nitro was really impressive. We kind of got a bit of a rolling theme that the hypers that we've done the last few days, certainly on the trip, had been mediocre to say the least, compared to other hyper coasters like Shambhala, of course. But then the Mack Wild Mouse was probably one of the most pleasant surprises I could have asked for, because it was actually a fantastic ride, themed experience, and I hope to see Six Flags do more with that kind of concept, because I actually think it was very, very nice.
I just want to see Six Flags do more in terms of the operation as well, because I've not even actually told Alex this, because we've just said bye to our friends and stuff. But yeah, so this is actually, Alex is hearing this for the first time too. At Kingda Ka there, we'd actually reserved the ride using the Flash Pass system. We reserved it with a 45-minute wait to go back for 5 to 10, which was 5 minutes before close. When we actually got to the Flash Pass entrance, it got to 10 o'clock, came over the tannoy to close the main queue entrance, and the members of staff actually told us that we couldn't ride. We got told that, sorry, because we aren't in the queue yet, we can't ride, even though they just hadn't let us in at the merge point. So I actually had to ask for a manager to come down, and it soon got resolved. Yeah.
Sean,
so,
can I ask you a question?
A bit of a shame.
Did you have a Six Flags day?
I had a Six Flags day. So there was about 20 other people there, and I must say I got a bit of a round of applause when I was the only person that actually stood up and said something. Everybody else just started to walk off, and I said, "You wait there. I've come all the way from the UK. I'm getting on this tonight." It was just a bit naughty, really. Bear in mind, it was a merge point, and you know, as soon as they explained it, they knew they were in the wrong with it.
The problem is, just from that explanation alone, I can relate to several times across this trip we've had similar instances where we've had to spark our voices. Sean and I have got personality, we've got flair, we don't mind standing up for an injustice when we feel like it's necessary. Certainly when guests are paying money in the theme park to be there having a good day. We are in traffic, don't worry. I'm not just like, woo!
Yeah, hands off, hands off.
But no, the thing is, we shouldn't have to stand up against these parks for the benefit of other guests. I mean, everybody's entitled to complain or make it fault when they feel like they're being done an injustice. However, in that kind of situation, a lot of general public and a lot of guests don't really know what to do in that situation, and you hope that somebody with a bit of personality, with a bit of flair, stands up for what's right. First of all, you shouldn't have to be waiting for somebody to do that. You should feel that the staff are approachable enough to deal with the situation.
Definitely.
And B, there shouldn't be a situation in the first place where a crowd of people have to club together to make a situation right. Six Flags, again, please listen to this. There's a lot of guests who we've met around the park today who really wanted to voice themselves.
Oh,
it's
right
birthday.
Hey, happy birthday!
What's going on? I think she's in traffic. But yes, Six Flags, please take note of that. It's crazy, you know, guests should not have to be causing a ruckus to get the things that they are technically entitled to when the park's in the wrong. I
wish we had a horn that said Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube to use that would have been great. One more thing, I mean, a bit of a long wrap up this one, but following on really from what Alex just said about someone needing to stand up for things and stuff, with this channel I really hope that the park actually watch this so they can see the experiences, but most importantly, you guys are watching it, you're here now, and I'll always be very honest, 100% honest about what I think of these parks. People have said before that they think that I sort of make things out to all be fantastic all the time. However, I genuinely feel that the quality of theme parks in Europe is of a lot higher standard than what can be found in the United States of America, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that as a biased opinion being British. I'll always be very honest with my reviews and thoughts. I've been to some parks in Europe and had a rubbish time, and I've told you guys. However, I've certainly had more bad park days this trip than I ever have done. So it's up to you to decide what you enjoy and what you prefer. However, I'll always be very honest, because you guys are watching this video, you may be even thinking of coming to these parks and doing similar trips to what we've done. I want you to know exactly what we've experienced, so A, you really plan well, and B, you don't waste time or money on things that you don't need to, you know. So there you go. That's a bit of a long wrap up, but yeah, I'll always be 100% honest. Yeah, you know, sometimes I might compliment something a lot, but that means to me that I think it's a fantastic product and that you guys should go and check it out. I'll always be 100% honest with my opinions, and yeah, there you go. That is my thoughts and our thoughts from Six Flags Great Adventure. Will I be back in the future? Probably so. I mean, Kingda Ka is a stunning ride. Next time I come, I do a couple of other bits that I didn't get to see, and yeah, it's been a great day in general in terms of getting the rising. Got 12 coasters plus 12. Of course, we had the little issue with Alex's wallet earlier that stalled us for a little bit, but to be honest, we've not come off too bad. bad. There we go.
Return.
We've come off all right in the end. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. There's only a couple more theme park vlogs left. I can't believe it.
No.
Until the end of this trip. It's absolutely been amazing to see how much we have done. And make sure you check out the playlist, see all the videos. I'm Sean Sandbrook, that's the Milkman Alex, and that means it's time to cue those credits and have a Six Flags day. See you later.